Hi, this is Mayor Steve Noble reporting here from Kingston City Hall on Thursday, April 9th. Thank you for joining me on this update this evening. I wanted to just start off with some numbers, and then we've got lots of good information to share this evening. So first, as of this afternoon, Ulster County had 504 positive cases of coronavirus. We here in the city of Kingston have 55 of our fellow residents who have tested positive for this disease. Again, many of those are home, getting better and feeling better and stronger every day. There are many that are also hospitalized, here in the system. And so again, as we consider these numbers, we really have to consider making sure that we're taking every step, especially as we go into this holiday weekend, to make sure that, we are not gathering together. The governor put out further calls today to make sure that all of our congregations know to not have services this weekend. And so again, just keep that in mind as we go. But I want to get to some news. First off, over the last few weeks, a huge effort was undertaken by many different nonprofit and volunteer organizations to be able to help those in need who were sent very quickly into a food emergency. And so today, I announced that we will be working again with Family Woodstock and People's Place to contribute $30,000 to each organization to be able to continue the great work that they've done for the last month, to be able to feed our residents, to be able to support our residents, and to be able to help those in need. This is, just one part of a variety of efforts that, while we're often dealing with, this situation, we sometimes don't stop and think about all of the good work that's happening. And so I thought tonight I would just take a moment to talk about, while some of us have often felt that, what can we do? These are some of the steps the city of Kingston has taken to be able to help our fellow residents. And again, currently over 1,000 meals are being distributed by our emergency food collective that formed in support of Project Resilience, which is a countywide initiative. With that, the YMCA stepped up and offered to be able to host this food distribution site. And so with that, today I also signed an agreement with the YMCA to be able to support their organization, which again also had to close as part of this, but yet they opened their doors, provided their staff, and really have been able to be a big part of the work that we're doing here in this community. And so we're happy to be able to provide them with $12,000 to be able to help cover those costs and to be able to make sure that the YMCA can also reopen when this crisis is over. So in addition to the monetary support, the sheer numbers of volunteers and organizations that have stepped up has been really remarkable and really is a true testament to the character of our community. And so I just want to, send out a big thanks to all of those folks who are volunteering on our hotline, who are preparing and packaging all of the meals, and who are delivering food each and every day across the city of Kingston and the Kingston City School District. So on this Thursday evening, I want to just say thank you. We also have rented tents for both the YMCA and People's Place, our two food distribution hubs. Thankfully, those tents came in handy today. As we know, April showers bring May flowers, and we had some showers today. And so I'm glad that those tents were in place, and I'm glad that that was able to help protect the food and our volunteers who are helping to get that food out. We also had to get an additional portable cooler. Because of all of the meals that we are producing, we needed more cooler space. And again, I'm really proud that the city of Kingston was able to provide that. We've even gotten our IT staff in on the support. They helped us with our volunteers, help create a food hotline for folks who are in need of food to be able to access. But we'll also be launching this weekend our Kingston Emergency Food website. And so you'll see more information about that this weekend, but we wanted to be able to have a one-stop shop for those that needed emergency food access here in the Kingston community. Now, we know, though, that food isn't the only concern that our community is facing. One of the things that we did last week was to be able to ask the governor to be able to extend our second half of our tax payments for both the city and the county and the library to be extended by the maximum extent possible. Right now, state law allows it to be extended 21 days. We have not yet heard back whether or not that's going to be able to be granted. But again, it is something that is being talked about in the executive's office. And again, I ask that the executive branch of state government look at that, and we hope that can happen to be able to provide just that extra window for our community, especially many who don't have escrowed accounts, come in person. And with City Hall being closed, it is just so much more complicated for that to happen. And so again, we've asked for that. Last night, I want to just acknowledge the Board of Water Commissioners who decided that beginning on April 7th, 2 days ago, up and through May 12th, anyone that has a water bill due, if you're late, they're going to waive any penalties related to being late. We also today agreed to waive any sewer penalties if you're unable to pay your sewer bill, combined water and sewer bill on time in the next few weeks. And again, on May 12th, we're going to reevaluate and make any decisions to extend that. But again, I want to thank the Water Board for agreeing to do that, and I'm glad that we can do our part on the sewer charges to also, again, we know that the times are tough right now, and giving people a couple of extra weeks is important. We did also receive good news as part of one of the stimulus packages. As a community development block grant community, we were able to receive a direct grant from the federal government in the amount of $440,000 to be able to use for recovery efforts for our low to moderate income population. This funding could be used to help support all of our great nonprofits, as well as other community organizations that we know are going to need to be a part of the overall mix of making sure that our city can recover and recover quickly and recover so that no one is left behind. And so that's a good first step. Again, we're going to be looking to the state and federal government for more resources, but again, we will take that first installment of that $440,000 and know that we'll be able to work with the Common Council to put that to really good use. We are working with our own local Kingston Local Development Corporation. We have a small business loan program that we've established that can loan businesses up to $7,500. We're looking right now to figure out how can we improve that program and make it more adaptable to this pandemic and to the business shutdown that has occurred because of that. And so we're, right now researching how we can improve that program, and we'll have more details to come in the coming weeks to be able to help support our small businesses that are truly the backbone of our community here in Kingston. I do want to mention that our city assessor, Dan Baker, has also taken the important step to cancel any planned reassessments. As we've seen, our real estate market has grown, and each year over the last 3 years, we have raised assessments based on the market in almost all neighborhoods and on all classes of buildings. We have canceled those reassessments for the 2020-2021 assessment roll, and we'll only be making assessment changes based on any new improvements to the properties or changes of use, things like that. And so that, again, is another way that we're trying to help all of our residents and commercial building owners here in the city. The New York State today also announced a new complaint hotline. I know we've discussed that we're trying to make sure to remind people that New York State is still on pause and that we should be making sure that we're still socially distancing and not gathering in groups. New York State has now created a new link. You can find this link on the Ulster County COVID website, or you can also visit coronavirus.health.ny.gov/ New York State pause. You can Google that. It will come right up. And again, you can put a complaint in about businesses that are operating or social congregations that you know of that are still meeting. And again, that can help us track down all of these folks, because we really want to reiterate that we're doing this for the health of everyone in our community. One note that the county told all of us elected officials today was that the testing site in the town of Ulster, while you will still need a prescription from your doctor to be able to go to the testing site, you will no longer need a prescription. you will need a prescription, but you will no longer need an appointment. So they're trying to cut out the one step as part of this program, so that you don't have to call in advance. You can just show up as long as you have a prescription from your doctor. So we just wanted to get that out. I do also want to mention that as many of my Kingston residents have expressed, it has been really challenging to work with get on the New York State Department of Labor website to be able to apply for your unemployment benefits. New York State has heard you. They have now assembled a staff of 1,000 people to be able to respond to all of these applications, and they've also partnered with Google. So tonight, right now, the New York State unemployment website has been taken offline, and it will be offline until 7 p.m. this evening, Thursday, the 9th, and we'll be back up after that with a new website, a new tool to be able to allow you to fill out your form. If everything is complete, it'll get submitted. If there are blanks and there are questions that they need to contact you, instead of you calling them, they are going to call you. Which we believe is going to help make sure that everybody gets connected with the system. And so we can make sure that these New York State unemployment checks can get out to you as soon as possible, which will help you and your family. And again, because tomorrow is a holiday, I'm going to be taking some time off to spend with my family. And so we will not be having a daily update, but also we won't be having any yard waste pickup or trash or recycling pickup tomorrow. And our Kingston transfer station will be closed, as well as all of our other city buildings, as they have been. But tomorrow is an official city holiday. And for all of you that want all of these details, we will be issuing our normal Friday newsletter tomorrow with all of these details. And for those of you that are celebrating Passover and Easter this weekend, I wish everyone a safe time with your family. And again, I want to just thank all of our first responders, our healthcare workers, and all of the businesses who have been reaching out and providing them dinner, making donations. It's really been wonderful to see the spirit of giving that has happened here in our community and across New York State. And so with that is our daily update this evening, and I hope everyone is well, and we will see you back here on next Monday.